Hello and welcome to Westfield, Indiana, as the HSE Royals take on the Westfield Shamrocks. Tonight is a special night here in Westfield at the Rock, as tonight we are, as you'll see throughout the game, a lot of pink out here tonight in support of breast cancer. Both teams will be wearing pink here tonight. I'm Jack Russell here with Hometown Television, and tonight we've got a special evening, back-to-back games here at the Rock. So we'll have Westfield Shamrocks, Lady Shamrocks take on the HSE Royals, and then right afterwards we'll have the boys game. So I want to break down here with 3 minutes and about 30 seconds until we get started and ready to go some of the key factors in tonight, and take a look also at the Hoosier Crossroads Conference. We have Westfield sitting on top, 4-0 in the conference, 17-2 on the season, taking on again the Hamilton Southeastern Royals, who are 3-1 in the conference and 10-7 on the season. So it should be an interesting game here tonight at the Rock. I want to take a look as well, kind of look at how these teams are match up against each other. Here in just for a couple minutes, we've got HSE is averaging about 46.6 points per game, and of course the Westfield Shamrocks 58.2 points per game. One of the key factors I think tonight will be rebounds, offense and defense. Definitely on the offensive side for the Shamrocks, having a little bit more size than the HSE Royals. But we've got here rebounds, 31.3 rebounds per game for the Shamrocks. And for the HSE, 24.9. And here come the Lady Shamrocks. And again, wearing pink tonight in support of breast cancer awareness, and it is really great to see that out here. Both teams tonight wearing the pink, and should be a great game on both sides, the girls' game and the boys' game. Again, getting back, let's take a look at the last couple games that both teams have had and where they're at right now in the season. Take a look at Hamilton Southeastern, 1-2 in their last 3 games. Back in December, losing to New Albany, followed by a loss to Warren Central. But most recently, beating Evansville Memorial 47-38. So good job by the HSE Royals. We want to take a look. Westfield, I know they had a disappointing loss at Banker's Life, and they're looking to get back on track. Of course, losing back on January 9th to Greenfield Central, 40-48. Before that, though, the 2 games previous, they had Greenfield Central, which they actually won, and then they also played Indianapolis Bishop Chatard back on the 5th. So, obviously one coming off a loss and one coming off a win. It'll be interesting to see how they go. And real quickly, before we do the lineup, let's go through our sponsors. We want to thank Smith Jewelers, Community Health Network, Church Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and the Wofford Theater. So about 30 seconds here until we get started and get the lineup set. HSE not out of the locker room yet, but hopefully they'll get out here shortly. So now we're at the starting lineup, and it is pretty electric here tonight at the Rock for this game. And it should be a really good battle here tonight for the Shamrocks taking on the Royals. Again, one of the big things we're going to see tonight, not a very high three-point percentage shooting teams on either side. So I want to see how they do with those jump shots inside the paint. Obviously, points in the paint tonight are going to be huge, seeing who's going to get those rebounds, who's able to get some transition offense. And both teams really like to push the ball, so you're not going to see really much of a slow pace here tonight. HSE wins the opening tip-off. Lloyd with the ball. Lloyd looking to drive, cross the court. Back over to number 3, Mila Jackson. Mila Jackson back over to Bree Lloyd. In the corner, and it's good by number 21, Taya Irving. Showing a little press here by the Royals. Grinnis with the ball, cross court to Reeder. Got to get it over the half-court line. Back over to Grinnis. And then over and back here. She didn't have possession of the ball before crossing it, but it's going to be HSC ball. So Lloyd with the ball. Lloyd looking for the high screen. It's going to be a foul on the court. Foul number 34, Drudge on the play. Oh, excuse me. Number 34, Amaya Hamilton from Hamilton Southeastern. So it's going to be Westfield ball. Right now to inbound to Reeder. HSE getting a little, bringing it back just a little bit. Reeder with the ball. Reeder looks. Pass over to Rynell. Rynell for 3, no good. Saved by Van Dyke. Van Dyke with the ball. Back over to Reeder. Reeder setting up the offense. High screen by Drudge. Drudge looks. Doesn't see anything. Gets it over to Grinnis. Grinnis with the trap over to Drudge. Drudge down low to Van Dyke. No good. That's going to be over the back call by Rynell. It's going to be HSC ball. Great job so far by Hamilton Southeastern. Great defense, putting a lot of pressure on these Shamrocks. Bree Lloyd bringing up the ball. Setting up the offense. High ball screen. Looks back over to Hamilton. Hamilton with the travel. And it's going to be Westfield ball. Those are the little things you got to pay attention to, watching turnovers. So Reeder with the ball. Reeder on the high ball. Gets it over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke lobs it over to Rynell, and it's out of bounds. Going to be HSC ball. Some quick turnovers here by both teams, trying to read each other here. So Lloyd with the ball. Lloyd bringing it up the court. Looks, gets it over to Jackson. Jackson back over to Williams. Williams looks to Lloyd. Lloyd sets up the offense, gets it down to Jackson. Jackson looks. Picks up the dribble. Hamilton back over to Irvin. To Jackson. Bree from a long 3, and it's good! Long 3. Shamrocks pushing it up. Van Dyke with the ball. Van Dyke down low to Grinnis. Grinnis over to Reeder. Back over to Drudge. Drudge looks. Down low to Grinnis. Grinnis kicks it back out to Rynell. Rynell looks for the shot. Picks up her dribble. Gets it down to Grinnis. Grinnis, no good. Gets her own rebound. And gets it back out to set up the offense. So Reeder with the ball. Look, a high ball screen. Reeder drives. Kicks it back out to Van Dyke. Van Dyke for 3, no good. Rebound by Drudge. Drudge with the shot. No good. Got to get those in, so HSE is going to get the ball. Lloyd bringing it up. Lloyd drives. Foul, and she'll be shooting 2. Great job by Hamilton Southeastern getting very aggressive here early, putting a lot of pressure on the Shamrocks. And as for the Shamrocks, shooting has not been good so far. They've got to concentrate and see what they can do from here. So Lloyd shooting 2. And it's no good on the first. And no good on the second. Reeder with the rebound. So Reeder with the ball. Looks, gets it over to Grennis. Grennis looks. Doesn't see anything. Gets it back out to Clary. Back over to Reeder. Back to Clary. Quick pass to Grennis, and it's out of bounds. Another turnover by the Shamrocks. Hamilton inbounds. Lloyd with the ball. Lloyd setting up the offense. Down low to the screen. Back over to Irvin. Irvin over to Jackson. Back to Lloyd. Lloyd cross court over to Irvin. Jackson with the ball. And kicks it all across court, and nice tip there by Van Dyke, and it's going to stay with the Royals. So Hamilton inbound into Lloyd. Lloyd wanting to do something with the ball. Looks. Finds herself in the corner. Cross over to Jackson. Jackson over to Irvin. Irvin drives, loses the ball, and they're going to call a reach-in call. Looks like the call will be on number 24, Maddie Grennis. Shamrocks really giving them an opportunity to cross court with the ball. So even if you're playing a zone defense, if you give them the ability to cross court so quickly, doesn't help. 44, Williams with the miss. Reeder with the ball. Reeder brings it up, gives it over to Grennis. Grennis for 3, no good. Rebound by Rynell. Rynell puts it up, and it's good. The first 2 points for the Shamrocks. Haley Rynell, number 5. So Lloyd bringing the ball up the court. Gets it over to Irvin. Irvin over to Williams. Williams for 2, no good. Rebound by Rynell. Rynell brings it up the court. Crosses it over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke drives. And it looks like it's going to be a blocking call. Blocking, I don't know if we're going to call it a charge. So it's going to be a charge on the play. Substitution in here. We've got substitution for number 3, Malia Jackson. And into the game, number 12, Hayden Braun. So Lloyd bringing the ball up the floor. Gets it over to Hamilton. Hamilton down to Irvin. Double teamed here. Ball loose. Irvin retains possession. Braun with the ball. Trapped in the corner. Gets down to Irvin. And the ball touches the out of bounds line, and it's going to be Shamrock ball. Reeder to inbound. A little pressure here by the Royals. Reeder brings the ball off the floor. Gets it across half court. Dangerous pass to Rynell. Rynell to Grennis in the corner. Picks up her dribble in the corner. Cross court to Clary for 2. No good. Rebound by Lloyd. Lloyd bringing the ball off the floor. Fast, very fast pace. Goes up. Foul on number 5, Rynell. That's going to be her second tonight. Got to be careful. Rynell, a key component to the center position here, especially with the height advantage. Usually pretty small. The largest, the tallest 2 are, of course, Rynell and Van Dyke. Rynell, of course, in foul trouble, so we're going to have to see a quick substitution here early. End of the game for the Shamrocks, number 21, Sophia Craig. And, of course, number 34, Drudge. Missed free throw by Lloyd. Reeder with the ball. Reader setting up the offense. Back out to Drudge. Drudge looks, waits, gets it over to Clary. Clary to Reader. Reader looks, gets it to Clary in the corner. Cross court to Drudge. Drudge looking to shoot, not going to do it. Reader setting up the offense. Over to Drudge. Drudge looks again. Down low to Van Dyke. Van Dyke over to Craig, and it's no good. Lloyd bringing the ball up the floor pretty quickly. So Lloyd looks to spin move, gets out of it, goes to Jackson for three, and it's good. We talked about three-point shooting, maybe not a factor, but right now HSE was not listening to my pregame talk there, but Drudge with the responds right back. 10-5, HSE with the ball in the lead. Minute 45 in the first. Williams with the ball. Williams over to Braun. Braun looks, gets it back out to Jackson. Jackson to Lloyd. Lloyd looks, waiting for the pick. High pick by Williams, no good. Ball loose, 2 Royals are on it. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession goes to the Shamrocks. But again, obviously HSE wasn't listening to what I said at the beginning because they've been lights out from the three-point line early here in the game. So Reader with the ball. Setting up the offense. Down to Drudge. Drudge double teamed. Gets it over to Craig. Craig no good. Rebound by Hamilton and gets it out to Lloyd where they get the fast break. Great pass to number 20, Kegley. Great job there by the Royals. Reader with the ball. 12-5, HSE leads. 50 seconds left to play in the first. Over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke drives, and she is met by about 4 HSE people. Van Dyke going to the bench here. Maddie Grennis into the game. Reader to inbound. Reader looks for Grennis. Great pass. No good. The Royals get the ball. Fast break opportunity. Lloyd. Great pass again to number 20, Olivia Kegley. And this HSE team has some fire under them right now. Shamrocks with the ball. Reader looks, still trying to set up the offense. 15 seconds left. Craig trying to get a screen here. Gets it for Clary. Clary, no good. Drudge looks. Oh, and it looks like they're going to call a reaching call by number 10, Bree Lloyd. Into the game here, Van Dyke, number 30, Van Dyke for the Shamrocks, and number 23, Jalen Foland for the Shamrocks. Reader to inbound. 7.1 seconds left. Reader looks, fires it across the court. It's up, no good. It's up again. Nice job by Foland to put it in. And with that, we have a score 7-14. HSE leads. Want to real quickly, during these middle of the first and second quarter, I want to thank some of our sponsors, kind of highlight them a little bit here tonight. I want to thank Smith's Jewelers as one of our sponsors. Smith's Jewelers has been serving Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel for over 65 years. Many jewelry stores have come and gone, yet Smith's remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer would be our outstanding jewelry selection, customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers is eager to give our customers a memorable and positive experience. So once again, thank you, Smith's Jewelers, for being one of our sponsors here tonight. And again, we are at the Rock tonight in Westfield as the HSE Royals lead 14-7. Again, one of the things we've seen tonight, Westfield trying to play zone defense right now, and in a zone defense, you want to make sure you're not giving up those cross-court passes, and that's something we've seen pretty frequently tonight. So we'll see how they can adjust to that. Lloyd with the ball. Lloyd gets it to Jackson. Jackson drives, ball down, picked up by Grennis over, actually looks like Reeder got the ball, over to Grennis. Grennis looks, kicks it out to Folan. Folan looks, and she's going to set up the offense. Reeder with the ball. Reeder looking for something. Gets it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke at the top of the key. Drives, kicks it out to Grennis. Grennis looks. Drives baseline. Brings two defenders with her. Folan with the ball, gets it back to Grennis. Grennis kicks it back out to Reeder for three. No good. Rebound by Lloyd. Lloyd drives, kicks it out to Williams. Williams looks and stays in. Grennis with the steal. Grennis looks, drives, pump fakes. Foul by number 44, Kendall Williams. Grennis going to the line, shooting two. Free throws could be a big factor here. And it's good. In that first half, HSE had a couple opportunities at the free throw line, didn't get them. Of course, Westfield this is their first time at the line tonight. And she makes both. So Lloyd with the ball. Looks, gets to Irvin. And it's going to be a turnover for the Royals. 6:42 left to play in the second. 14-9, HSE leads. Reeder with the ball. Setting up the offense. Getting over to Folan, double team, drives baseline, pump fakes. No good, rebound by Lloyd. Lloyd sees pressure, splits the defense, drives. Foul, number 22, Abby Reeder. So Lloyd shooting two. And it's no good. Lloyd doing a great job tonight on the offensive side of the ball. Now she just needs to get the free throws down. It's no good again. Reeder with the rebound, gets it over to Cleary. Cleary kicks out to Folan. Folan hesitates, gets it back out to Reeder. Reeder looks, gets it over to Grennis. Van Dyke posting up. Van Dyke gets it back to Grennis, over to Folan. Folan looks, doesn't see it, gets back out of the offense. Gets it to Reeder, no good! And we got a foul on the play. Westfield's really seeing the opportunities, just not capitalizing on these points here tonight. So into the game, number 34, Annalise Drudge. Also number 33, Ryan Bunting. So Bree Lloyd shooting two. They're in the bonus. It's up and it's good. Now she got the first one under her belt. And it's up and it's good. So Westfield to inbound. Inbound is to Folan. Folan over to Clary. Double team here. Cross court. Stolen by Lloyd. We hit the fast break. Loses the ball. Folan with a nice recovery. Brings the ball up the floor. Folan gets it over to Bunting. Bunting over to Grinnis. Doesn't see it. Gets it to Drudge. Drudge into Folan, and it's good. Bree Lloyd brings the ball up the floor. Setting up the offense. Gets it to Hamilton. Oh, we're calling a reach-in foul on Folan. We may have an injured HSE player. Reed Lloyd is the injured player. Training staff taking a look at her. She looks like she's in pretty significant amount of pain here. And that's the thing with the knees and around that area. You make a wrong turn or you do something like that, and it can really hurt your knee with so many different types of injuries nowadays. Well, hopefully she's all right. She's been a big factor in tonight's game. Now, earlier in the season, the Hamilton Southeastern girls also, due to injury, sitting the bench tonight. Megan Walton, who was a starter, injured for tonight's game as well. But Braun is going to be shooting too. She's the substitution. No good. Folan double teamed. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on number 12, Hayden Braun. So real quick, 5:13 left to play in the second. 16-11, HSE leads. I want to thank one of our sponsors during this quick break here. I want to thank Community Health Network for the sponsorship. Community Health Network is Central Indiana's leader in providing healthcare services where and when patients need them. Thank you very much, Community Health Network, for being a part of the hometown television team here. We've got a couple games tomorrow. Craig Atkins will be calling the doubleheader tomorrow as Noblesville travels to Zionsville. Noblesville will play Zionsville. The girls' team will go first, and then the boys' team will play right afterwards. So Folan gets it over to Reeder, and Reeder inbounds the ball. Double team. Gets it over to Folan. Stolen by HSE. Irvin with the ball. Gets it over to Barksdale. Back over to Irvin. To Braun. Braun high ball screen by Hamilton. Given to Hamilton. Hamilton drives. They're going to call a 3 seconds violation on HSE. It'll be Westfield ball. We've seen several turnovers the last couple times, some missed free throws. But HSE still winning tonight, and I think a big factor of that is the shooting percentages tonight for the Westfield Shamrocks. Just not getting anything to fall tonight. Picks it over to Grinnis. Grinnis looks. Double teams. Gets over to Rynell. Rynell looks. Double team again to Reeder. Reeder holds. Double team. Picks up her dribble. Gets over to Rynell. Rynell with a shot. And it's good by Haley Rynell. Now she's got to be careful on the defensive side. 2 fouls tonight. They will be driving in her direction tonight. So Barksdale over to Irvin. Irvin to Braun for a long three. No good. Loose ball. And looks like there's foul called. They're going to call number 5, Haley, right now with the push. So she's going to be taking a breather here. Couple substitutions here from the Shamrocks coming into the game. Number 30, Allison Van Dyke. Looks like number 15, Morgan Clary. We've got Folan and Drudge and Grennis in. On the HSC side, we've got Williams, Hamilton, Braun, Jackson, and Miranda Barksdale is number 24. Looks like we'll be HSC's in the bonus, so they'll be shooting 2 here. Number 24, Miranda Barksdale, will be the free throw shooter. It's up and no good. Folan with the rebound. Getting over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke for 3. No good. Rebound by Williams. Kicks it out to Barksdale. Barksdale retains possession. And it's going to be another turnover by HSE. A little bit of a sloppy game here from both sides. You know, part of that may be that the stands here tonight are pretty packed and puts a lot of pressure on a young team. Obviously, we're looking at a tale of 2 different teams. HSE, very young team versus a very experienced Westfield team. So Reeder over to Grennis. Back over to Reeder. Reeder looks, gets it to Folan. Folan sets up the offense. Folan kicks it out to Reeder. Reeder for 3, no good. Rebound by Williams. Williams takes the ball up the floor. She looks, kicks it out to Barksdale. Barksdale over to Jackson. Jackson kicks it back out to Barksdale. Barksdale to Williams. Williams down low to Hamilton. Hamilton turns, shoots, and it's good. Great job by Hamilton Southeastern moving the ball quickly in that zone. So Westfield with the ball. Reeder looks, isolation play for Van Dyke as she posts up. Mismatch here. Van Dyke turns, kicks it out to Drudge. Drudge for 3, no good. Loose ball. It's going to be Royal ball. Substitution here. Looks like Gabby Reeder and Allison Van Dyke go headed to the bench. Coming in for them is Morgan Clary and, of course, number 33, Ryan Bunting. Westfield showing a little pressure here. 2:42 left in the second. Jackson with the ball. Gets up the floor. Turnover. Grennis with the ball. Grennis looks to Clary. Clary to Grennis. Waits. Gets it to Drudge. Drudge looks. Nothing there. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Clary. Excuse me. Clary cross court to Folan. Folan for a long 3. No good. Picked up by Clary. Gets it out to Bunting. Bunting for 3, and it's good. Barksdale brings the ball up. 2 minutes left to play in the second. 18-16. HSE leads. High screen by Hamilton. Barksdale drives. Looking for a foul. Doesn't get it. Folan quickly up the floor to Grennis. Grennis pauses, looks up to Bunting. Bunting for 3 again. Yes, and it's good. And just like that, Westfield leads 19-18 with 1:40 left to play in the second. Barksdale with the ball. High screen by Hamilton. Barksdale looks, gets it back to Jackson. Jackson to Hamilton. Over to Myers. Myers down low to Williams. Williams looks for a shot. It's going to be a travel by HSE. Substitution here for the Royals. Number 20, Olivia Kegley, in for the Royals. Reeder with the ball. Folan gets to the middle of the court. Kicks it to Bunting again for 3. No good. Rebound by Irving. Irvin. She's going to bring the ball up the floor. Gets it to Barksdale. Barksdale over to Irvin. High screen gets it to Hamilton. Loose ball. Hamilton looks. Timeout HSE. So a 30-second timeout here. What a great game we've got going on. 50 seconds left in the second. 19-18 is the score. Westfield leads. I want to thank one of our sponsors real fast here. We want to thank Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, attorneys at law for personal injury claims to complex business litigations to divorce cases. Church, Hiddle, and Antrim protect the rights of individuals, businesses, schools, and government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Maryville, and Tipton. So out of this quick timeout, HSE committed a couple of key turnovers here in the last couple of minutes to make this game pretty close. And of course, big job here tonight by Bunting, number 33 for Westfield, really getting them started. Lob pass no good. Rebound by Hamilton, and it's good. So Reeder with the ball. 40 seconds left to play. HSE leads 20-19. Reeder holding the ball, waiting for the clock to wind down a little bit here. Reeder over to Craig. Coach Smith directing the troops. Over to Reeder. Back to Craig. Down to Grennis. Grennis kicks it out to Clary. Over to Reeder. 4 seconds. And it's good by Reeder. And that is how we are going to end the half. Full of excitement here tonight as it's a packed house at the Rock. And we have Westfield leads by 1. Pretty contested game here tonight. Want to take a quick break, and then we'll be back for second half action.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
From the time she was very little, Taylor loved to play basketball.
My dream was to play basketball in college.
That day, she was having a great game. Then she landed after a rebound. When I saw her, I just felt sick.
I knew right away that I had torn my ACL.
A teammate recommended Shelbourne Knee Center.
Their doctors and physical therapists have taken care of thousands of knees like mine. My dream came true. I'm going to be playing basketball at Huntington University.
Shelbourne Knee Center, now part of Community Health Network.
Gentlemen, as your sixth grade team continues to play, I'd like to introduce them. Number 1, Lauren Hammond. Number 3, Sammy Smith. Number 4, Alina Miller. Number 5, Harry Akers. Number 6, Lauren Ryan. Number 15, Maya Waiter. Number 20, Alyssa Crockett. Number 21, Alyssa Ferry. Number 22, Chesney Tebby. Number 23, Olivia Roby. Number 24, Haley Remax. Number 30, Natalie Hall. Number 40, Ann Givety. Number 42, Kara McMillan. Number 44, Madison Kerrigan. And number 47, Ella Williams. Your coaches for the 6th grade travel team are Bill Crockett, Lori Tebby, Courtney Hall, and Mike Akers. For your 6th grade travel team. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to give a very warm welcome to the founder of Indiana Women in Need Foundation, Nancy Shepard.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you very much. A little bit about Ivan. We are a breast organization, as you can tell with all the people in the room. We fill a critical gap in the support that we give women while they're going through treatment. And what I mean by that is we help them with.
So real quickly, 2 minutes here before we get started with the third quarter. Got to see some of the up-and-coming Shamrocks. Real quickly, also want to talk real fast. Second half, key things here in the second half. Rynell, obviously in foul trouble in the first half. Going to see how she does in the second half. Looking at Hamilton Southeastern as well. Saw Hamilton Southeastern come out of the locker room. Number 10, Bree Lloyd, is on crutches, so she will be done for tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how HSE adjusts at the half, with Lloyd being one of the big components to this team, seeing how they react to that and transition from that. On the other side of the ball, we look at the Shamrocks. Rough shooting in the first half kind of ended with a positive shooting, so we'll see how they do with that. But again, foul trouble is the big thing, the big factor for the Shamrocks coming in this second half. So once again, right after this, we will take a quick break, and then about 10-minute break, and then we'll have the boys' game after this game. Real quickly, we've got about 50 seconds left until we start the second half. I want to thank our sponsors here tonight. I want to thank Smith's Jewelers, Community Health Network, Church Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and the Wofford Theater. I want to thank all of our sponsors. Thank you for all you do, and we are about 20 seconds away from starting the second half. And again, starting the second half, the Shamrocks lead 21-20, and we'll see what this second half has in store as we are here in Westfield, as we are at the Rock tonight. So on the court for the Shamrocks. On the court, we've got Reeder, Clary, Grennis, Drudge, and to inbound Van Dyke. On the other side of the ball, we have Irvin, Hamilton, Williams, Jackson, and Barksdale. So Reeder with the ball. Reeder looks, gets it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke looking to drive, gets it to Drudge. Drudge looks for the shot, double teams, kicks it back out, gets it to Reeder. Reeder, Clary pops out. Clary looks, drives, shoots, no good. Rebound by Barksdale. Barksdale drives quickly, drives out to Irvin. Irvin cross court to Hamilton, and it's good. Great transition offense by the Hamilton Southeastern Royals. Westfield kicks it over to Drudge in the corner. Drudge gets back to Clary for the layup, and it's good. So Barksdale to bring the ball up the floor. Clary showing pressure. She's going to call a kick on Clary. Both teams coming out firing here so far in this third quarter. Barksdale drives, double teamed. Looks, gets it over to Williams. Williams drives, shoots, no good. Rebound by Barksdale, no good. Van Dyke brings the ball up quickly. Van Dyke drives, gets it to Grennis. Grennis looks for the three, but doesn't. Gets the pick and roll, drives, and it's good. Barksdale brings it up. Pressure by the Shamrocks. Turnover by Hamilton Southeastern, and it's going to be Shamrock ball. Timeout, Royals.
Full timeout, Royals.
Real quick, want to thank one of our sponsors, trying to do some key, zoning in on some of our sponsors, giving you a little bit more information about them here tonight. I want to thank Ivy Tech Community College. Ivy Tech prepares Indiana residents to learn, live, and work in a diverse and competitive environment. And if you have any interest or some questions, you go to www.ivytech.edu. So we've seen both teams start right out of the gate bringing the ball, being a little bit more aggressive on the defensive side. HSE with a couple turnovers here, and that's really the difference in the game. We've got 25-22, Shamrocks lead, 6:45 left in the third. It's going to be Shamrock ball. So Reeder to bring the ball down. Reeder over to Grannis. Hamilton Southeastern showing pressure. Gets it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke knocked away by Jackson. It's going to stay with the Shamrocks. So Reeder to inbound. Baseline. Looks. Inbound to Clary. Clary pump fakes. And it's going to be a foul on the play. Clary will shoot 2. And again, anybody that's just joining us, if you're watching, seeing a couple of the key players that we mentioned earlier tonight not in, one of them being Bree Lloyd, who injured herself in the first half, and the other is, on the Westfield side, Haley Rynell, who's in foul trouble. So Clary to shoot. Free throw. And it's good. 26-22, Shamrock lead. Shamrock showing pressure. Inbounds to Williams. Williams to Barksdale. Barksdale slows it up. Sets up the offense. It's going to be looks like a reach-in call here by Sophia Clary. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. Morgan Clary. HSE to inbound. Quick substitution here for the Shamrocks. Number 5, Haley Rynell into the game. Substituted for number 15, Morgan Clary. HSE inbounds to Irvin. Irvin looks, gets it over to Barksdale. Barksdale. Over to Jackson. Jackson to Irvin. Back to Jackson. Barksdale kicks it back to Irvin. Looks. Williams for 2. No good. Reeder with the ball. Reeder over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke drives. It's going to stay on the floor. It's going to be Westfield ball. Reeder with the ball to inbound. Reeder looks, gets it over to Rynell. Rynell for 2, no good. It's going to be out of bounds. It stays, no, it's going to be HSE ball. So HSE to inbound. Hamilton with the ball. Hamilton inbounds to Irvin. Irvin looks, drives, kicks it back out. Back over to Jackson. Jackson looks, drives, kicks it back out to Barksdale. Barksdale drives, shoots, no good. Rebound by number 21, Craig. Turnover. And another turnover, back and back to Reeder. Fires long, and it's going to be no good. Within about 5 seconds, we saw about 4 turnovers. So pretty quick there. Hamilton inbounds to Barksdale. Showing pressure. Shamrock showing it. Williams with the high screen. Down to Jackson. Jackson drives. Shoots. No good. Rebound by Van Dyke. It's going to be a foul on number 24 on HSE. And that is Miranda Barksdale. Some substitutions here for the Shamrocks.
Number 23, Jalen Fuller.
So into the game, we've got number 23, Jalen Folan. We've got number 33, Ryan Bunting. Number 5, Haley Rynell. Abby Reeder with the ball, number 22. And we've got Van Dyke, number 30 with the ball. Going to be out of bounds, going to stay Westfield ball. So Reeder up top, looks, gets it over to Bunting. Bunting back to Reeder, showing pressure, HSE, back to Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Reeder. Slows it up, Van Dyke looks, sets up the offense, drives. They're going to call travel on Van Dyke, and it's going to be HSE ball. Some substitutions here. Number 12, Hayden Braun into the game. So again, Westfield showing a lot of pressure here. Inbound to Barksdale. Barksdale quickly up the floor. Kicks it over to Williams. Williams for 2. No good. It's out of bounds. It's going to stay here with HSE. Barksdale to inbound. Over to Hamilton in the corner. Hamilton out to Barksdale again. Over to Jackson. Got a foul here on number 34, Hamilton. It's going to be Westfield ball. So Reeder with the ball. Or Reeder to inbound, excuse me. Reeder brings the ball up the floor. Setting up the offense. Gets it to Rynell. Rynell back to Reeder. Reeder looks. Foul on the play. Foul number 24 on HSE. It's going to be Miranda Barksdale. Inbound to Reeder. Reeder looks, sets up the offense. Isolation play here. Reeder looking for Grinnis. It's a mismatch. Gets it out to Folan for 3. No good. Folan drives, and it's going to stay here with the Shamrocks. So Bunting to inbound. Nice hustle play by number 23, Folan, for the Shamrocks. Grinnis in the corner. Gets it out to Reeder. Reeder quickly to Bunting. Bunting drives, kicks it out to Grinnis, and it's going to be a turnover on the Shamrocks. HSE ball. Substitution. Looks like Rynell substituted in for Clary, and Van Dyke substituted in for Bunting. And one more. Drudge substituted in for Folan. Packed house here tonight at the Rock. We've got a game right after this, and about 10 minutes after this game ends, we will have the boys' game. It's going to be a foul on Westfield, number 15. That would be Clary. HSE to inbound. So Hamilton to inbound. Hamilton to Barksdale. Barksdale drives, looks, gets to Williams. Williams shoots, no good. Rebound by Van Dyke. Van Dyke quickly up the floor. Gets it over to Clary. Clary wanted to shoot, doesn't. Gets it back to Van Dyke for 3, no good. Rebound by Williams. Irvin with the ball. Back over to Barksdale. Setting off the offense. Looks. Gets it over to, no, yep, still gets it to Hamilton. Dangerous pass there. Barksdale drives, kicks it out to Irvin. Irvin with the ball. Loses it, gets it to Grinnis with the turnover. Over to Reeder for three, and it's good! Three-pointer by Abby Reeder, and the Shamrocks lead 29-22 with 2:52 left to play in the third. During this quick timeout, want to thank one of our sponsors here tonight, highlight them and their business, Indiana Restoration Services. No job is too small or too big for Indiana Restoration Services. Whether you are a homeowner or a large business experiencing a water, fire, or storm, or a homeowner that simply needs a good carpet cleaning, Indiana Restoration Services has you covered. You can contact them at 317-776-9942 or visit them online at www.indianarestorations.com. I want to thank Indiana Restoration Services, Smith's Jewelers Community Health Network, and Churchill and Antrim, and Ivy Tech. Some of the key ones that we've talked about tonight. We have a couple more we'll acknowledge and highlight here as the game goes on. But 2:52 left in the third. 29-22 Shamrocks lead. One of the big factors here tonight has been free throw shooting. Westfield pretty much 100% free throw shooting, as HSE has missed several key ones, and that's really the big difference in the game tonight. So Hamilton to inbound. Gets it into Braun. Looks at the double team. Tries to get a steal by Clary to Reeder. Back out to Grinnis. Grinnis gets it back to Reeder. Over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke looks. Drives. Looks like we got a foul. Looks like Barksdale. Now they're going to call the foul on Hamilton. Oh, excuse me. Oh, they're actually going to call that on Drudge, number 34 for Westfield. So HSE with the ball. Throws it out to Reeder. It's another turnover by HSE. So Westfield retains the ball. Reeder, being the floor general, lobs it to Grinnis, and it's out. It's going to stay with the Shamrocks. So substitution here. Haley Rynell into the game. Morgan Clary on the bench. I think what's happening is when Westfield's offense has the ball, they'll keep Rynell in, and when it's a substitute, or when it goes to the defensive side, they're going to put Clary in, just because of the foul trouble on Rynell. So off-ball foul on number 12, Braun. Reeder to inbound. Looks, gets it into Drudge. Drudge looks, kicks it back out to Reeder. Reeder sets up the offense. Into Grinnis. Grinnis kicks it back out to Reeder. Reeder waits, gets it to Rynell. Back to Reeder. Rynell with the lob. It's good, and one. Very quiet night for Rynell, and then just like that, gets to the line. A couple substitutions here. Morgan Clary substituting for Van Dyke. Also into the game, number 20, Olivia Kegley for the Royals. Rynell shooting one. It's up, and it's good. Hamilton to inbound. Westfield still showing pressure here. Inbound to Barksdale. Showing pressure. Kicks over to Braun. Braun kicks it over to Kegley. Kegley over to Irvin. Irvin to Barksdale. No good. Westfield ball. Great job by the Royals splitting the D. Just a missed shot, a missed opportunity there for the Royals. So Reeder kicks it over to Clary. Clary back to Reeder. Reeder looks. Out to Rynell. Rynell double team very quickly over to Clary. It's going to be a foul here on HSE. Number 34, Hamilton, with the foul. Substitution here. Allison Van Dyke. We'll hear in a second after the free throw. Clary shooting the 1-and-1. So Westfield in the bonus. It's up, and it's good. Clary to shoot the second. It's up. No good that time. Clary trying to get her own rebound. No, doesn't get it. Barksdale kicks it over to Hamilton. Hamilton looks, kicks it over to Irvin. Irvin to Kegley, and it's good. Westfield quickly moving the ball. Gets it from Reeder. Reeder to Clary. Back over to Reeder. Reeder looks, gets it across court. Kicks it to Grennis in the corner. Grennis, long throw. And it looks like they're going to call the foul on Westfield, number 15, Morgan Clary. It's going to be HSE ball. That's one of those things when you trapped in the corner, you throw it long, there's so many opportunities to get picked off there. So quick substitutions here. Number 13 for HSE into the game, Katie Myers. And number 30, Allison Van Dyke, in for the Shamrocks. Hamilton inbounds to Braun. Braun to Meyer. Meyer to Barksdale. Looks. Foul away from the ball. Foul number 34 for Westfield, Drudge. Ball going to be placed at the baseline. Barksdale to inbound. Inbounds it to Hamilton. Hamilton over to Braun. Braun looks, trying to set up the offense here. Over to Barksdale. Barksdale high ball screen by Hamilton. And another foul here. Foul on number 12, Haley Braun. It's going to be Westfield ball. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Reeder brings the ball to the floor. Gets it over to Grennis. Grennis looks, back to Reeder. Waits, gets it across court. Over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke drives. And it's good by number 30, Allison Van Dyke. HSE gets it to Meyer. Meyer looks. Looks, picks up her dribble, gets it to Hamilton. Hamilton baseline. Kicks it back out to Braun. Over to Barksdale. Barksdale trying to set up a play. High screen by Hamilton. Back to Hamilton for three. And it's good by number 34, Amaya Hamilton by HSE. 8 seconds left. Grennis to Reeder. 5 to shoot. Rynell. Loose ball. Barksdale's just going to let it go here. So after three, Westfield Shamrocks lead 35-27 with 1 quarter left to play in this game.
Don't forget your 50-50 raffle. We will be drawing during the middle of the fourth quarter.
What's that?
You can also sign up for the lobby to win a gift certificate for a large.
Want to highlight one of our sponsors this evening. Want to thank Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with the same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out online at www.noblesvilletrophies.com. I want to thank Noblesville Trophies for sponsoring Hometown Television. Without our sponsors, we couldn't do what we do. So after three, big third quarter there by both teams. I think sometimes when you get a bigger crowd that comes into the arena, you start to feel that, whether you're on the home team or the away team. And we've seen a little bit of that tonight. A lot of turnovers here tonight, but really that's the big factor in the ball game. Just HSE having more turnovers this evening and down by 8. So they have a 8-point deficit here with 8 minutes left to play in the game. HSE inbounds to Jackson. Jackson looks. Looking for an opportunity. Still with the ball. Gets it over to Barksdale. Barksdale looks, drives. It's a floater, no good. Loose ball picked up by the Shamrocks. Grennis cross court to Reeder. Reeder setting up the offense. Over to Grennis. Grennis drives. It's up, no good. Rebound by Rhinell. We got a foul on the play. Foul's going to be on number 24 from the Royals. Miranda Barksdale. That's her third. So Haley Rhinell goes to the line to shoot 2. First one's up, and it's no good. And the second free throw here for Rhinell. It's up. And the second one's no good. Rebound by Williams. Barksdale with the ball. Screen by Williams. Barksdale drives, kicks it out to Irvin. Irvin back to Barksdale. Barksdale looks over to Jackson. Jackson back to Irvin. Irvin thought about it, gets it back to Jackson. Jackson looking for the opportunity, gets down to Williams. Foul away from the ball. Looks like the foul is going to be on number 30 for the Shamrocks, Allison Van Dyke. Inbound HSE. Barksdale over to Williams. Williams drives, shoots. No good. Going to be shooting 2. Foul again, number 30, Allison Van Dyke on the play. Williams to the line, shooting 2. It's up, and it's good. Back in for the Rocks, we got number 24, Maddie Grennis into the game. Williams with another. Williams, it's up, no good. Rebound by Rhinell. Rhinell brings the ball up the floor, gets it over to Reeder. Reeder looks, waits for the opportunity, set up the offense. Reeder over to Grennis. Grennis looks, back over to Reeder, back down to Clary. Kicks it back out to Grennis. Grennis cross court to Rhinell. Rhinell down low to Grennis. Grennis takes the jump step, no good. Rebound by Barksdale for HSE. Quickly down the floor, Barksdale over to Irvin. Irvin looking, drives to Williams. Williams shoots, no good. Got a foul here on the play by number 24 with the foul. Miranda Barksdale, that'll be her 4th. Westfield shooting 2. I believe they're in the double bonus here. Rhinell, first one good. 36-28. 6:16 left to play in the 4th. Just a reminder, after this, there will be the boys' game, Westfield taking on the Royals. We will broadcast that about 10 minutes after this game. And the second one's good by Rhinell. Barksdale in, brings the ball up. Double team here in the corner. Tries to throw it off of the defender. Didn't work, and it's a turnover by the Royals. Folan with the ball. Folan over to Reeder. Reeder looked for the quick pass, didn't see it. Gets it over to Grennis. Grennis looks. Takes it back up top. Looking to drive. Kicks it to Clary. It's a turnover by the Shamrocks. Williams with the ball over to Jackson. Jackson drives, no good. Rebound by Williams, no. Good offensive rebound. It's going to be out of bounds here. Possession goes to the Shamrocks. Folan to inbound. Drudge with the ball. Over to Reeder. HSE showing pressure. Grennis gets it cross court. Long pass to Rynell, and it's good. Barksdale quickly up the floor for the Royals. Drives, kicks it out to Irvin. Irvin for three, and it's good. Timeout HSE, 39-31 with under 5 to play. Real quickly, want to highlight one of our sponsors this evening, Wofford Theater. Wofford Theater's purpose is to raise funds for the free classic movies in the park for the community while providing an affordable means of entertainment. If you are interested in renting out the theater for your special events, contact Wofford Theater at 317-773-8300 or visit them online for more information at www.woffordtheater.com. 4:59 left to play in the fourth. 39-31. Westfield leads. Big three-pointer there by Irvin on the Hamilton Southeastern Royals side. For anyone just joining us, you see a little pink and a little blue. Usually the Shamrocks are green, but tonight we have Breast Cancer Awareness Night for both the boys and girls teams here at the Rock. So Drudge to inbound to Reeder. Reeder over to Grennis. Grennis gets it to Reeder, who crosses across the half-court line. Long pass to Folan, and it's good. Hamilton to inbound. Gets it to Williams. Looking to get the pass, no good. Gets it back to Williams. Williams looks, gets it across half-court. Quick pass to Hamilton. Hamilton to Jackson. Jackson for two, and it's good. Reeder inbound, gets the inbound. Sets up the offense, gets it to Grennis for three, no good. Rynell with the rebound, goes up, no good. Irvin with the ball. Quickly up the floor, gets it to Williams. Williams out to Hamilton. Hamilton for three, no good. Rynell with the ball. Coach Smith letting the Shamrocks know that they can slow down at any time. It's a very high-paced team, so when you're telling them to slow down, it's almost a foreign language to them. So Reeder, no good. Hamilton with the rebound. Hamilton looks. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson, nobody. Gardner for the two, and it's good! 41-35. Shamrocks lead. Reeder with the ball. Slows down the game. Barksdale puts pressure on Reeder. High screen by Drudge. Double team by HSE. Gets it over to Grennis. Grennis waits. Gets it back up to the top of the key. Irvin guarding. Drudge again with the pick. Over to Folan. No good. Barksdale with the rebound. A foul on Drudge. it's going to be Drudge with a push. Substitution by the Shamrocks. They'll be shooting a 1-and-1 here. When you have the lead, the biggest thing you want to do is make sure you don't make those mental errors. When you get the opportunity, foul them with the clock stopped, that's just free points there. So 3 minutes left to play in the fourth. Westfield leads 41-35 over HSE. Number 21, Tyra Irvin to shoot, 1-and-1, no good. Rebound by Reeder. Reeder brings the ball up the floor, under 3 to play. The Rocks setting up the offense. Clary over to Reeder. Over to Grennis. Grennis looks, doesn't see it, gets it down to Rynell. Double team there. Foul on the play by number 3, Jackson, and Rynell will go to the free throw line. Right now it's up and it's good. Right now with one more here. It's up and it's good. 2:42 left to play. Over to Barksdale with the ball, looks. Drives, kicks it over to Irvin. Irvin to Jackson. Jackson for 2, no good. Rebound by Reeder. 2:25 left to play. 43-35, Shamrocks lead. Reeder lets set up the offense. Over to number 15, Clary. Clary to Rynell. Rynell takes it up to the top of the key. Gets it over to Reeder. Reeder looks, high ball screen by Rynell. Reeder setting up the offense. Reeder over to Rynell. Rynell back to Reeder. A lot of pressure here by the Royals. Reeder kicks it back out. Back over to Grennis. Still pressure. Back to Reeder. 1:45 left to play to Grennis. No good. No good again. Oh, it stays here. Coach Smith calls the timeout. Real quickly, want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. Want to thank Smith Jewelers, Community Health Network, Church Hittle and Andrew, Ivy Tech Community College, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and the Wofford Theater. Want to also make one quick correction. Tomorrow's game is going to be broadcast on our station. It's going to be at Noblesville as the Noblesville boys take on the Columbus North, and that's going to be at 7:30 tomorrow evening. So 1:40 left to play in the fourth. 43-35. It's going to be Westfield ball when we get out of this timeout here. And again, right after this, about 10 minutes or so, then we will broadcast the boys' game as the boys, Westfield Shamrocks, take on the boys, Hill and Southeastern Royals. Anything can happen. We've done a lot of games over these last couple of weeks, and we've learned more than anything. With 1:40 left to play, anything can happen, whether you're home or away. So Reeder to inbound baseline to Rynell. Rynell at the top of the key, back to Reeder. Reeder looks. HSE showing a lot of pressure here over to Rynell. Rynell back to Reeder. Reeder looks, cross court to Grennis. 1:15 left to play. Grennis triple teamed over to Reeder. Reeder holds it. Back to Grennis. Grennis now triple teamed. Back to Reeder. Cross court to Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Clary. Clary turns it over. Jackson with the ball. Jackson to Hamilton. Hamilton drives. And it's, no, they're not going to count. It's going to be on the floor. Ooh, that was a close one there. That was a close one. So Hamilton drives, causes the foul, and she'll be shooting. Looks like she'll be shooting 2. Substitution here. Drudge substituted into the game for the Shamrocks. Hamilton. It's up. Man is good. Amazing thing about the 1-and-1, all you got to do is make the first and you get the second. Holy cow. Hamilton, it's up, no good on the second. Rebound by Grennis. We got a foul here on Barksdale. For tomorrow's game at Noblesville against Columbus North, Craig Atkins will be calling that game tomorrow at the Mill. So 59.5 seconds left. 43-36, Westfield leads. Grennis to shoot 2. Grennis' shot is up, and it's good. One more coming for Grennis. And the second is up and no good. Hamilton with the rebound. Quickly down the floor to Irvin. Irvin looks back over to Hamilton. Hamilton down to Jackson. Jackson drives, no good. Rebound by Van Dyke. 46 seconds. Over to Reeder. Reeder double team to Grennis. Grennis looks back over to Van Dyke. Double team to Grennis. Grennis looks again. Timeout. Coach Smith calls a timeout for Westfield. 44-36, 35.6 seconds left. Packed house here tonight. Tonight is Breast Cancer Awareness Night here at the Rock. A lot of great things going on all around the arena tonight. They've got a silent auction. They've got T-shirts for sale. Of course, as soon as I walk in, I had to buy one, so I got a T-shirt here tonight. And coming out of this timeout, key factor here tonight has been in the second half, free throws and the shooting percentage in the paint. That's just been one of the things that HSE did strongly in the first half, not as strongly in the second half, and that's really the difference here tonight. So 35.6 seconds. Anything can happen in 35 seconds here. Ryan L with the ball. Gets it over to Reeder. Crosses court over to Van Dyke. HSE with pressure. Loses the ball. We're going to call a foul here on number 34, Hamilton. That'll be 2 shots for the Shamrocks. So Allison Van Dyke to shoot 2. No good on the first. One of the big incidences in the first half, Bree Lloyd went down with an injury. Hope she is all right here tonight and recovers pretty quickly. So some substitutions here. Number 40, Allison Dotson into the game. We've got Clary Van Dyke being substituted for Jade Shipley. And number 20 into the game, Emily Cater. Both teams going with a younger, smaller lineup here. If HSE could get younger, I guess.
Congratulations to Kristen.
Out to number 33. Over to Olson. Olson looks. Gets it to number 33. Stolen by number 20, Cater. Cater cross court to Clary. Clary looks. And that's the game. The Westfield Shamrocks pull out a win here tonight at the Rock. 45-36 to the Hamilton Southeastern Royals. Want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. Smith's Jewelers, Community Health Network, Church Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and the Wofford Theater. My name is Jack Russell, and all of us at Hometown Television. Here in just 10 minutes, we will have the boys' game here at the Rock in Westfield, Indiana. And again, the final score, 45-36. Westfield wins over the Royals.